Greetings to all dear viewers. Kunfung is very honored to bring you the hottest information that we have just updated. And now, here are the detailed updates. Please join us in following along. At noon on March 28th, a powerful earthquake struck near the city of Mandalay in Myanmar. According to information from the China Earthquake Network Center, the earthquake reached a magnitude of 7.9, with its epicenter at a depth of 30 kilometers. Meanwhile, data from the United States Geological Survey, USGS, recorded the earthquake's magnitude at 7.7. The initial location of the earthquake was determined to be at 22.01 degrees north latitude and 95.92 degrees east longitude. According to preliminary reports, the epicenter was at a depth of 10 kilometers. Witnesses contacted in Yangon, Myanmar's largest city, reported that many people fled from buildings in the city. An officer from Myanmar's fire department said, "We have started searching and patrolling around Yangon to check for casualties and damage. So far, we have no information." Social media posts from Mandalay showed collapsed buildings and debris scattered across the streets. However, these posts have not yet been immediately verified. A resident in Yangon recounted, "We felt the earthquake for about a minute and then ran out of the building. We also saw others running out of buildings. It was very sudden and very strong." According to an AFP reporter in Naypyidaw, Myanmar, roads were warped due to the force of the earthquake, and large sections of ceilings fell from buildings. The iconic Ava Bridge in Mandalay, Myanmar, collapsed due to the earthquake in the early afternoon of March 28th. The bridge, built by the British in 1934, is 1,128 meters long. Initial reports indicate that several buildings in the area also collapsed. Not only in Myanmar, aftershocks were felt in neighboring countries such as China, Thailand, India, Laos, and Bangladesh. In Vietnam, tremors were recorded in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. In Bangkok, the capital of Thailand, hundreds of people rushed out of high-rise buildings after feeling the earthquake's tremors. Witnesses there said the earthquake was so strong that it caused water to splash out of swimming pools. A video shared online showed a high-rise building under construction in Bangkok, Thailand, completely collapsing due to the 7.7-Magnitude earthquake that occurred in Myanmar. Some metro and railway services in Bangkok were temporarily suspended as tremors from the earthquake in Myanmar were felt across northern and central Thailand. A resident of the famous tourist city of Chiang Mai, Thailand, told AFP, "While I was sleeping, I heard a loud noise. I quickly ran out of the building in my pajamas." Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra held an emergency meeting after the powerful earthquake struck the neighboring country of Myanmar. Prime Minister Paetongtarn was in Phuket for a meeting at the time the earthquake occurred. Earthquakes are relatively common in Myanmar, where 6 earthquakes of magnitude 7 or higher have occurred between 1930 and 1956 near the Sagaing Fault, which runs from north to south through the center of the country. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake in the ancient city of Bagan in central Myanmar in 2016 killed 3 people and damaged much of the infrastructure. According to the USGS, approximately 12 minutes after the initial earthquake, Myanmar experienced an aftershock of 6.4 magnitude. It has been a week since wildfires suddenly broke out in Sangju County, Gyeongsangnam-do Province, South Korea, but the firefighting efforts of firefighters and local authorities have yet to make significant progress. According to the Johns Hopkins News Agency, as of the morning of March 27th, South Korea's National Disaster and Safety Headquarters estimated that the wildfires had burned 36,000 hectares of forest, resulting in 56 casualties, with Gyeongbuk Province recording the highest number of casualties. Mr. Lee, 60 years old, said in anguish at a funeral home, where a memorial service was being held for his parents. Mr. Lee, 89, and Mrs. Cao Kwan, 86. "While the fire broke out, I went to help others, but I couldn't take care of my own parents," he shared with the Chosun Daily on March 26th. Mr. Lee recounted that after he and his wife received a disaster alert text message at 6:00 p.m. on March 25th, the couple rushed to the Yeongdeok County Sports Complex to guide the evacuation of residents' vehicles. As a truck driver, Mr. Lee had been a volunteer coordinating traffic in the local area for many years. So, when the wildfire broke out, he volunteered to direct the evacuation traffic. By around 10:00 p.m. on March 25th, as the fires began to spread further, Mr. Lee had a bad feeling and rushed to check on his parents at home, only to find their house engulfed in flames. Mr. Lee's parents were found dead in a field about 50 meters from their home. Mr. Lee said through tears, "Even though they were nearly 90 years old, my father was still very hardworking. He could still climb the mountain to chop wood, carry it on his back down from the mountain, or ride a motorbike to the nearby market to shop. I deeply regret having to say goodbye to my parents without hearing their final words." On the afternoon of March 25th, when the entire internet system was cut off in the villages of Herwama and Samui in Sukbo Township, Yongyang County, Herwama Village School sent an SMS to 46 households in the village, urging them to immediately leave their homes and evacuate to Sukbo Elementary School. While sending messages to residents, the village chief couple, Mr. and Mrs. Haukwama, were on their way to rescue the family of their brother-in-law, who also lived in the same village. At that time, all the local roads were covered with embers blown by the wind from the wildfires. By 8:00 p.m. on March 25th, the village chief couple, Haukwama, were found dead in a drainage ditch while still trying to return to the village to continue rescuing residents trapped in their homes isolated by the wildfires. At 12:54 p.m. on March 26th, a helicopter crashed while fighting a fire on a mountain in Sinpio Village, Uiseong County, Gyeongbuk Province, killing Captain A 73-year-old pilot. Captain A had 45 years of flying experience. The exact cause of the helicopter crash from a high altitude is still under investigation. However, some investigators suspect the helicopter crashed due to smoke from the wildfire obstructing the pilot's vision. South Korea's National Forestry Agency suspended all helicopter firefighting operations nationwide immediately after the accident. By 3:30 p.m. on March 29th, firefighting aircraft resumed normal operations.